Well, this is the peg I'll be fishing today at Asenby. Just going to fish across to those willows there. And you can see downstream a chap fishing a peg below me. Sort of runway peg with a grand staircase. He's had nothing yet. But it's a nice little peg, this. If I just turn round. It's a cold or cool northwesterly wind coming across the top of that bank, so it drops down onto that little flat bit, and it drops down, drops down again onto this little flat bit where I am ensconced and sheltered by this little bank. Very, very pleasant. So I'll get the rods in now and see what comes of it. The river's gone down from yesterday. It was up a couple of feet yesterday, but that's all disappeared, and it's not quite as slow moving as it was, but it's certainly slow moving. But it's not peaty. It's got a dark brown colour, but not peat, like sediment in it. There's a tidy barbel. There's a nice dorsal fin. A good tail. Can't see any marks on it anywhere. Nice clean mouth. Can't see a mark on it anywhere. Anyway, I'll put him back in the water. It's now just after 8:30. Well, it's now 9 o'clock. The night's closing really, really quickly now, and it's time we're away. It's getting quite dark now. But we've had one lovely barbel, a peg I've never fished before. And after blanking last night at Topcliffe when I was 2 feet in, it was nice to catch a barbel tonight. Whether you get the take or not, I've no idea, because when I turned around the battery had run out and the camera had shut down. But we'll see when we get home. But for now, I wish you a very, very good night, and we'll see you on the bank another time, and hopefully we'll catch another barbel. Good night. Yeah, it's obviously topping time. Got the little harness on. It's that time of year. Well, one of them's lame already. Obviously into autumn. Well, I'm down at Condell Lodge today. It's the 2nd of September, so we're into autumn. As you can tell, there's some tups down there with the little harnesses on, with a dye on the chest. And judging by the ewes that were with them, they've been very, very busy. All had a nice red patch on the rump. So the rods are ready now, and I'll get them put in. It's a lovely day, it's nice and warm, a bit breezy, but sheltered down this bank on this massive peg. You could camp on here. That's an unfortunate fish. It's got half his tail missing, which is a great shame. It's a nice size fish, mine. Be about 9 pounds, or maybe less. Be about, yeah. But, that's a great shame. Anyway, it has a nice clean mouth. The dorsal fin isn't all it it should be either. But that is terrible. That is terrible. I don't know what's happened there. Obviously been taken off by something or other. What a pity. Anyway, it is a barbel on the bank, and it's now 7:30. So I'll just put him back in. Ah dear. Well, as the creatures of the night you can hear behind begin to take over from the noises of the day, this is the last battery, and so I'll just say good night for now. We had that one fish, albeit in a sad and sorry state, unfortunately. All sorts of reasons for that. So it would be pure conjecture to say how it had come to lose its tail. No, half its tail anyway. But anyway, the take should be on the video, and as the light fades now, I'll probably fish on for another half hour until this battery packs in. This hooting owl behind me takes its wing. Bats are out now as well, whizzing about. You get these big Benton bats down here, really great big thing whizzing about. So, that tuneful chorus behind. I'll wish you a very good night, and I'll see you on the bank another time. But thanks for joining me. Good night. Just come down to Cunnell Lodge, and two young chaps fishing here had one fish apiece. This is about 7 pounds. There's a slightly raggy dorsal fin on it, but apart from that, and it's only 3 o'clock, so it's a good start to a day. Well, it's 6:30. I've just come for a quick couple of hours here at Topcliffe. We fished at Cunnell last night, and busy there in the garden today. So rewarded myself with a couple of hours fishing. So rods are all ready, and I'll get put in, and we'll see what comes of it. Hopefully a barbel on the bank. It's a nice warm day, a bit overcast. The river's very low, very peaty. You can see that snag on the far side, which is well out of the water today. You can get onto the island quite easily upstream of here, so the water is well down. But the other thing I noticed at Cunnell last night is that the water is much colder now than it has been. Obviously that reduces the metabolic rate of the fish, so they don't need as much food. as they would normally do when the water's warm. So they'll be feeding less now, and much more difficult to catch as a consequence. Well, no fish. Lots of rod-end activity between 8 o'clock and past, but didn't convert it into fish at all. But the big question is, that mustard on the far bank, was it a mink? Or was it an otter? It's very similar to that one I saw on the snag opposite last year. I think the tail is a dead giveaway, but I'm not going to commit myself. Anyway, it's time we went home, so I'll see you another night on the bank when hopefully we'll have a barbel. But for now, a very good night to you. Good night.